Do you want to read from the terrible game?
I misplaced my copy of the book.
Are you kidding?
I've been reorganizing the Wilson compound attic. I'm getting it.
So you're gonna deny everyone the next installment to the terrible game.
I'm peeking around. Oh, there it is. No, we're doing it.
Okay.
I found it. Okay.
Very nice. You let me know when you need music.
Give me 1 second. I gotta. Oh yeah. What a queer way to spend the summers where we left off.
That is where we left off.
All right. I'll keep this. I'll keep this a little short. Yeah. Give me some music here, there, sir.
Go for it.
The next installment of The Terrible Game by Dan Tyler Moore. Early the next morning, he felt a hand on his shoulder and opened his eyes. It was his father. He had on.
I'm sorry.
Stop!
I'm sorry.
He had on only one garment, a pair of shiny coal-black leather pants fastened around his waist by heavy rawhide thongs. Jonathan rubbed his eyes and blinked. Then he sniffed. There was a strong smell of olive oil. Oh dear Lord, seemed to come. Did I get the right book? No, this is the right book. Seemed to come from his father's pants. They stretched to below his knees, where they were fastened by rawhide thongs. He saw that his feet were bare, and that he had another pair of identical pants hanging over his arm. There was a broad smile on his face. "Marhaba, Nasil Siniz," he said. Jonathan grinned. Where had his father learned to say hello in Turkish? He would show him. He would answer in the same language. "Liam siz Nasil Siniz." Then he shifted to English. "Is it time to get up already?" "Part of our deal," his father said, handing him the pants. Is that we speak Turkish. Not a word of English until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. After a week, we speak nothing but Turkish at any time, unless we have guests, or unless there's an emergency. He adjusted the thong around his waist. "I'm going to be easy on you for 2 days, Jonathan. After that, if you speak even one word of English before 5 o'clock, you lose a whole day's pay." He turned to go. "Maybe you wondered why I had you take Turkish lessons at Yale. Your professor wrote me that you learned fast, said you could already speak pretty good conversational Turkish." Jonathan had loved Turkish, even though he hadn't understood why his father wanted him to take it. As his tongue slipped easily back into the soft S's that were so characteristic of the language, he was glad that he had studied so hard enough to get an A for the year's work. Jonathan took the leather pants and pulled them on and sniffed. Olive oil. He had a little trouble fastening the thongs around his waist and below the knee, as his father had. Why? Shut up. Now, hold yourself, sir.
I'm trying.
"Why the queer pants?" he asked in Turkish. "And why do they smell like a tossed chef salad?" I'm going to finish this. They are for Asiatic wrestling, his father pointed to the list. "We're going to do it every morning from 10 to 10:30. You'll find out soon enough why they smell that way." I got to stop there. Oh, boy.
Oh my God, this is just getting better and better.
And I'm not reading ahead. I'm not reading ahead, just so you know. After last week, I was like, well, that was kind of funny with the queer references, but I'm sure that's going to be the end of that. Oh boy.